Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hopefully this player perspective issue is fixed. You might notice on my screen right now that there are two cursors, one following the other, which is kind of trippy. But we're just trying something different. Hopefully this works out. Um, it's kind of strange. Mixgul, hi, you're my co-caster for this game. Do you see my stream at the moment?
Hello, I haven't got it open, but I can just say it's probably a metaphor for how exhausted you can sometimes get with dealing with the Source Engine's idiosyncrasies when you're trying to cast games and you have to remake the lobby 4 or 5 times because of the bugs. But we do
Indeed.
see the Underlord coming out on the fourth pick on No
Yeah,
Cheese.
no cheers opting for the Underlord. So, fairly strong opening picks here. Oh, by the way, that's banning coming
I
from
can't believe
next
that
door.
person has been breaking into your house for like an hour
I
now
know, and they're still
and
not
not a very
successful.
good thief.
I was about to
Not
say
getting it
paper
done.
thin walls, but the fact that they haven't broken through yet, there you go, might actually be really strong. Um, Meanwhile, yeah, so opening picks on No Cheese, Jakiro and Underlord. That's a lot of AoE shutdown, like area denial, isn't it?
Yeah, I love a lot of No Cheese's a lot of the ways their draft seems to be around this area denial, this counter initiation, this zoning out. I think both of these heroes are also very good against Lycan and Tusk. You know, Tusk is so committal with the snowball that unless he's using the kick and snowballing outwards, it's going to be difficult for him to fight into the Underlord route in the Jakiro Ice Path here.
That's right. Noticing that Team 2 were successful in getting their Lycan, which they have been pretty successful with sometimes in the past. Um, I think it's a J-Bud hero from the top of my head. Um,
Hmm.
Possibly Moonsilver as well, as he does play those micro heavy and heroes like the Lone Druid. Um, Also, the Slack ban. So they're not letting No Cheese take that one again.
Yeah, yeah, interesting. We see both teams again. The Naga band coming out again, the Drow band coming out on No Cheese. So it's interesting how has its own little meta enabled, which is now a mix of last game's bans, like banning heroes from last game that played well against respective teams, and then also still the respect bans. They know that they've got it in this pocket. So you see the Pudge coming out on team two. So again, what I'm just saying, it's a ban related to last game.
Indeed, Catnip, he was very snowball heavy on this hero, getting that Blink Dagger 7 minutes in and just completely wrecking house for the first, 15 minutes of that game. Um, Team 2 picking up that Vengeful Spirit again, so looks like a very Death Bully lineup at the moment, especially with that Tusk together with the Vengeful Spirit. Very pick-off heavy, gank heavy lineup so far, so we'll see how No Cheese deals with that. Mixed skill. Do you have a lot of experience playing in a task-led lineup like this?
I think a lot of the time, these sort of high mobility lineups just go for this zoo thing where they try and push in, and then Necrophos on No Cheese. Hold that thought for a second. We have a dead hero. Well, I guess that like lore wise, he is like undead, but meta wise, I'm talking about the win rates here. I'm talking about the meta. This hero is very, very, very dead. He's very hard to play. He doesn't do as much damage. He's kind of a worse version of Underlord essentially, and Underlord can build Greaves. He still can, but it's not always ideal to build it on him. Um, I don't really know what he's going to do against this Team 2 lineup. It doesn't look like he fares particularly well into either of these three heroes. Um, but, you know, you love to see this, though. You love to see teams sticking to their guns, picking the same heroes as last game, even if they've lost, stuff like that. I like seeing that out of teams. I like seeing teams pick off meta heroes after a few bans. It's much more, it just leads to, you know, win or loss. What we're here for is really entertaining games. We're here for the pride. We're here for the pleasure. And so the Necrophosia, hopefully we'll see some fun Death Bully stuff out of that. Hopefully not Radiance. We do see some
Hopefully,
Necrophosias build Radiance, but
indeed.
a very dead item on an even more dead hero. So it'll just make it more hype if you manage to have a good game on this Necrophos. And yeah, going back to the Tusk thing, usually Lycons nowadays just run that Helm of Dom micro strat where it's sort of like Broodmother, you just take over one side of the map. There are little windows where you can fight if you have a good early game, like where you can just run in with an ancient creep and take team fights, but generally you do want to just play the super farm heavy snowbally death ball lineup thing going on here. The Vengeful Spirit will help him a little bit with the armor and the vision, and then the Tusk is just such a strong hero. He's just he has like two hooks essentially. And snowball himself in, kick people out, snowball outwards. Like he can do it all. Um, And yeah, interesting amount of zoning coming out of no cheese. Now they are burning a lot of reserve time on this fourth pick, I have to say.
That they are. Just noticing that I'm experiencing a lot of dropped frames at the moment, so stream quality might be a little bit terrible. um, yeah, 15.7% dropped frames. Oh, okay. Just some internet connection issues, unfortunately. That's how it goes. Can't have a proper stream without some technical issues. Am I right, Mixkill?
We apologize. The burglar seems to have buried into the walls and just smashed down into the Ethernet cables of Junkmel's house right now. So we
Seems
might see
like it.
some. Yeah, we have Ursa on the fourth pick here. Seriously, wow.
Kind of like that, taking the Ursa away from the Tusk lineup, as it is quite a common pick together with Tusk as well. I kind of like the Necrophos and the Underlord together as like leading the team fight, while Ursa being able to burst through and take down anyone on the side. So I reckon like Underlord being pretty tanky as well, with the Necrophos heals coming out, plus the AoE from Jakiro, Ice Paths plus Macropyres, all of that good stuff that might be quite difficult to shut down this Underlord. So, but we'll have to wait and see, especially with like Lycan not being able to escape once he's been Necrophos altered. So, kind of exciting stuff. If first game, sorry, is any indication, this will be another high octane kill per minute game. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, hopefully another banger. I really like the Ursa here. You do sometimes head against playing against the Tusk, especially in lane, but you can use Earthshock as Q to jump over the shards. He could lifesteal later once he gets Morbid into Satanic on the Lycan creeps. He doesn't really care about the Venge Ags. If Venge decides to go Ags this game, he can farm that too. Just a strong Ursa game currently. Nobody can really mad mode against him. Yes, he is. You might say he's going to get kited, and that might be true, but he does have the Underlord that can TP in to help him if Necrophos goes Blink. And there can be some follow-up, and of course the Ice Path from the sidelines from Jakiro. Both teams displaying in the league here a good knowledge of Jakiro, even from past matches of both teams, so excited to see that. I do think it's a decent Ursa game. I do see the snowball potential here, and we see the fourth pick for Team 2 being the Zeus.
Okay.
So no real frontline right now for Team 2. It's kind of difficult. They don't really have anyone to... No Cheese has a lot more frontline than Team 2 does, is what I'll say.
Yeah, absolutely. The Underlord and the Ursa can take a lot of punishment, even the Necrophos, but Zeus kind of counters what the Necrophos is trying to do here. It does mitigate all the Tusk and Lycan physical damage, even a little bit of the Vengeful Spirit right clicks, but when there's a Zeus in the game now, then suddenly your Ghost Shroud is not the save it used to be. Taking that in, I believe you take increased magical damage in Ghost Shroud, or has that been changed?
That's correct. So the other thing that I want to point out about the Zeus is that they might have picked it against the Ursa early Roche, because Ursa likes to smoke into Roshan and Zeus ulti reveals that. So I feel like, they want to stop this Ursa from playing this battle free split pushy thing. They want to be able to Nimbus in the trees to cut off his escape and get vision. They want the info game. They want to have vision in case the Underlord portal comes in when they're fighting. It's just a great Zeus game for a support Zeus. I'm not sure if the Avengers core here yet, but it's just a great Zeus game in general in terms of like what he brings to the table, depending on how No Cheese wants to play the game. If they want to play it traditionally, as I said, with the Ursa early Roche and the Necrophos Death Ball, then it's going to be a great game for them, especially when the Nimbus comes out. A lot of No Cheese's gameplay revolves around getting these blinks off, hopefully if they buy blinks, and playing with high execution. So I'm hoping to see some really good God's Wrath or Zeus R's come in this game. I don't think that's what it's called. I don't play Zeus.
Thunder God's Wrath. I think you were very close.
Okay, yeah. Close enough.
That's right. I'm just noticing we're back up to 10,000 kilobits per second upload speed, so hopefully stream is looking good now. Winter Wyvern being picked up as the final pick for No Cheese. I like that a lot.
I like this a lot. He can curse the Lycan creeps and get them to kill a unit. That's what they're doing here with this counter. It's not that great against the Zeus, but it does counter the Tusk. Some of the Tusk damage. And Vengeful Spirit does not really want to use spells on someone who's embraced. Also combines well with the Necrophos W. If Necrophos hits W, and then Wyvern heals him and embraces him. And then our Underlord as well will be building Greaves. So I think when you have so much zone on No Cheese, you don't care about someone being static, like being stuck in the same spot. And they can also build 4 stuffs to try and help that. So I think this is a really strong Wyvern game. I'm excited to see some of these. Again, both a very kind of heavy execution style, but No Cheese, I feel, does have the. I feel like they have the edge in this draft. I'll give my percentages, but here's the 5th pick. And a
Oh,
Nature's
Nature's
Prophet.
Prophet. Okay, does well, okay. I was just thinking to myself before, J-Bud here on the Lycan, he's going to suffer like Moonsilver did, I think, with against this no chase lineup. Because anyone who goes on with his ultimate is just going to either Ghost Shroud or get Cold Embraced. Even like the Ursa can just turn around and man fight you, so it's going to be quite rough for him, I believe, unless he can get some key pickoffs with his team. By the way, the Moonsilver Nature's Prophet plus the Lycan together might be able to get some key objectives in this objective-based game. So, could be clutch.
I mean, I would like to say that, but you have Underlord Q and Jakira Jewel Breath, which both clears waves entirely with just one spell. They have so much wave clear on No Cheese that I'm very worried for this. I feel like the Nature's Prophet can't really man mode against the Ursa either, and is a little bit vulnerable to the Kite until he gets BKB. Even with the Gleipnir, my prediction for this game is unfortunately for unfortunately for Team 2, I'm going to say 65-35 is my prediction for this draft here, going to the advantage of No Cheese on the Radiant this time.
Okay, net issue coming out. Seems like I'm getting some very strange perspective here. Wow, okay, so I could kind of see. No, okay, now I can't see. Still getting only one team's perspective here. What is going on? Whose mouse is that? Is that your mouse, by the way, Mixkill?
I'll swing it around in a circle for you.
Are you currently mousing over the ancient? No.
No, I'm just, well, I don't know where the camera actual like physically is, but right now I'm just circling with my mouse like in a circle formation around the player has paused the game thing in the middle of the screen.
I see. So I have no idea whose mouse I'm seeing right now. It might be. Oh, I guess it's the players again. All right. It is what it is. We won't remake again because it's already been delayed long enough, I reckon. Not sure what's going on with this, but regardless, Team No Cheese. Let's go through who's playing as who. First off, we've got Nope on the Ursa. We got Underlord being played by QED. Catnip on the Winter Wyvern this time. Ninja Monkey on the Jakiro once again. And finally, Tensiega on the Necrophos. Meanwhile, on the other team, Team 2 on the Dire side, J-Bud playing his signature Lycan. Black Sheep Wall on the Vengeful Spirit. Emperor playing the Tusk this time. Then we've got Moonsilver on the Nature's Prophet. And finally, Zealach playing the mid Zeus. Okay, so your prediction so far, 60-40 did you say? 65-40?
I gave it a 65-35 to No Cheese, so a 5% plus advantage over the previous game, which I gave 60-40, and they did take it. I just feel that it's so hard to frontline on Team 2, and I feel like the Rat will get countered by the amount of wave clear, along with the Winter Vibe being an extremely good pick with Necrophos.
Indeed, I kind of like this movement here by No Cheese, but it seems to have been spotted out by the Treant. Nicely done there by Moonsilver. Spotting out the movements of the enemy team. Looks like Zealach will be able to take that one. No, it gives it to Black Sheep. There you go. So that should be 2 bounty runes each for either team. Very nice. Checking out this off lane though for No Cheese, Underlord and Winter Wyvern. That's going to be pretty rough to deal with. That's a lot of percentage-based damage, is it not?
Yeah, how do you approach the wave here on Nature's Prophet? You have to play pretty far back, play around the Treants. I'm just more scared of his Treants dying so quickly here if he tries to spare it. We'll already see here the Arctic Burn.
Look at
attacking
that.
Moon 7 Silver. He is down a quarter of his health.
Maybe even almost reaching the half of his health gone already. Wow. Meanwhile, the mid Necrophos up against the Zeus. That's going to be pretty rough for him, I expect. However, I could be wrong. We'll have to wait and see. Tensiega taking a lot of damage already. And meanwhile, bottom lane, we have Ursa and Jakiro up against the Lycan Tusk. So, not sure where Tusk is at the moment. There he is in the trees. Meanwhile, Tensiega. Ooh. That Zealash using his level 2 advantage to dish out a lot of damage onto Necrophos already, but should be able to regen quite easily, right?
He just missed 2 CS under tower with the Heartstopper aura leveled, so he had a slightly delayed level 2, and then he just hasn't been able to get the stacks. Hopefully he gets... No, he misses all...
Oh, that's unfortunate.
If he gets this one, then it might be playable. Okay, he does get it. Thank God. This lane almost just died, like right then and there, because he would have run out of mana to cast more Death Pulses with, but... we'll come back. Zilach also taking a lot of damage from the creeps, so not too bad. Gets the deny out of the tower. Well played. Yeah, it's a very rocky level 1 to level 2 on Necrophos. You need to land. It's kind of the CS is so crucial. See top lane Arctic Burn coming on again onto the Venge.
Yeah.
Not much will happen here.
He's taking quite a bit of damage. Will be
Bot lane, they're going on Tusk.
Bit. Oh yes, they are. Emperor, he's popped his tag team, but there's not much that his ally can do there. He's just going to sit.
Very nice body block by the wall by J-Bud there. Just kind of just crushed down the Ursa a little bit, pushed him away.
That early point into the Earth Shock is so key for the Ursa here. Although I have seen, I have done it myself as well. Maxing out the Earth Shock on the Ursa is actually pretty fun. Having that low cooldown mobility, plus the early damage that it can do with the slow as well. It's such a unique ability with so many facets of it. So, meanwhile, top Arctic Burn again. Moonsilver is not having a great time. Yeah, not much happening so far. Necrophos currently in the lead of last hit, so he's turning it around, getting those missed creeps back.
Yeah, 4 ahead of the Zeus and also leading by... Oh no, they have the same denies, yep. So Zealach will slightly catch up here, but Zealach does not have the same level. He just got his bubble then, so he'll finally be able to match the Necrophos in terms of the regen. Again, has the outlook on the damage, but Zeus does not have the highest attack range, so he might tank some Death Pulses if Tensiega moves appropriately and stands a little bit close to the Zeus. Just like right now, he's going to get hit by that Death Pulse there on the Zeus. Doesn't get the range creep CS, a bit rough. But yeah, both lanes kind of, both side lanes kind of going fairly equal, except for top lane on Daiwa. Moonsilver was struggling quite a bit, just hit the 7th CS at 4 minutes. He's definitely having a bit of a hard lane. This Winter Wyvern is just, you know, you have very low attack.
Meanwhile, J-Bud falls to the slows coming out from both Jakira and Ursa here. That value point in the shock that I was talking about. 22% slow, nothing to sneeze at, especially combined with the dual breath. So, taking down the Lycan pretty early on. That's first blood for No Cheese.
Yeah, well played, well played. I sees the looks like he's just gonna build straight into the phase boots here and then finish the stick. Pretty standard for the Ursa. Lane is still pushing a little bit, but he doesn't seem to mind that much. He does have the 20 CS. It's leading the lobby right now on the Ursa. We see Arctic Burn top again, and here comes the Firestorm. That's the wombo combo. Both heroes almost dying from it.
Black Sheep Bull, he's a little bit out of position, a bit far back. Will he die? Yes, he does. That final right click from QED with the atrophy or a bonus damage, securing that for his team. So that's 2 kills going the way of No Cheese fairly early on, pre 5 minutes. Just noticing as well, yeah, that's an early reign of health.
Venge is just struggling, so it just can't do anything in the lane, and the treants here are just getting cleared out. You know, you have 2 levels in the Splinter Blast, the Wyvern's actually leveling it over the Q, and then you have the 2 levels in Firestorm, so it's just this horrific combo. Very hard to
bottom
touch
lane,
the wave in. And
Emperor,
again.
That final hit from the Furo swipes damage. 2 points in that for Nope, so pretty significant. And of course...
Yeah, wow, level 5 at 5 minutes on Ursa, that is insane.
Yeah.
That is some crazy, you know, seeing that one level a minute on anything other than mid lane is kind of crazy. Does make sense because Jakiro has clearly been leaving the lane a little bit or going to pull. He's level 3. So Ursa has gotten some solo XP for sure, but he has his phase boots now and he's a danger. J-Bud is running around on 305 not page speed, 305 movement speed right now, so he's gonna be very careful not to feed on this lane if the creeps come down close to the tower on the Radiant side.
Indeed, well played by Nope, getting those key last hits, and as well Ninja Monkey. I'm seeing these pulls that you're doing, so keep it up, keeping his the snowball from going. Talking about snowballs though, Tusk, he's in mid here. He's backing up Zealash, who's a little bit low though. Tensiega will just back off, gets that DD rune in his bottle. So Necrophos right clicks might be an issue here. Meanwhile, top lane, QED plus Catnip together, bringing Black Sheep Wool pretty low. That's another death for the Vengeful Spirit. There you go. His Atrophy Aura bonus damage working out so well in his favor. But Zealach is here. He's here to dish out some damage. Catnip falling pretty low. The Cold Embrace keeping him barely alive. No, there's a final last hit from Zealach. However, he is stuck in the root from Underlord here. Underlord.
He has 2 mangoes here. He can go here on Underlord. Oh,
he gets the Q
slight
off.
misplacement of the Firestorm, unfortunately.
Oh, Moonsilver will live through that. He's still got his magic wand as well. But, oh my god. Nice rotation from the Zeus coming up top. He did live through that engagement as well. So that's a huge money swing back in his favor. And he does have level 6 now. So, might be expecting some ults coming out. Meanwhile, bottom lane.
They have the 7-minute Cardi wave. They're pushing in here. Ulti ready on Ursa. They put a point in Liquid Fire for value, which I love as a big GQ player myself. Ninja Monkey. They're really pushing this in. If they keep the catapult alive, they might be able to take it. But it looks like with that last range creep dying, tower will respond. It will get down to 300 HP at 7 minutes, which is crazy. Very strong. Zeus ulti mid lane. Tensiega dying to Tusk.
Oh, that he is. Nice rotation from Emperor there. A lot of damage coming out. That's the return with the Tensiega. The regen. He's going to turn around with the DD rune as well. Is that a dead Zealach? The Death Pulse little ball is following him. Is it going to be enough damage? Not quite. Zealach will barely scrape by it with a sliver of health once again. And Tensiega, nice turnaround there, just barely living with, what was it? It went down to like 50 health, it seemed like there. Underneath that tower and just getting the Tusk kill with his ult, plus that regen. Insane.
Yeah, that was a raindrop proc on Zeus there, so he just ran away long enough for the raindrop to come into effect. If it wasn't cooldown, I think he has 5 charges, so it must have been the first anyway. But once ready to get as much regen as possible, then the raindrop procs, he manages to not die to the Death Pulse. I thought it must level. It's level 4, just a raindrop proc, very well played. Raindrop gaming. Meanwhile, bottom lane still pushed in, now on 46 HP within deny range. Now that J-Bot or Emperor are feeling good about denying it right now.
No,
down with the ship,
not.
They say.
You're 9 minutes in, you don't want to be denying your tier 1 tower there. It's going to be pretty rough, especially with an Ursa being able to run past that general area as well. Doing a little bit more space. Though, looks like 3 are down here, but for the side of Dire, trying to take down Noke, but he pops his ult. The Ice Shard's kind of blocking him, unfortunately. Emperor not being able to chase that down, and looks like the Ursa will get off scot-free. More banning going on in the background. Meanwhile, top lane, they're just pushing up this tower, using the space and the opportunity to potentially take that tier 1 tower eventually. Oh, Moonsilver could be in trouble here. Catnip's on the chase. Nice work, but Black Sheep will denying that and keeping his carry alive. I thought that was going to hit him, but thankfully that Splinter Blast only affected the treants, so wow.
Man, it's 54 CS on this Ursa at 9 minutes 50. It's just absolute smashing going on in Drunkmull's house. The gentleman outside desperately trying to let us know. Break in, tell the cast, Team 2 that this Ursa needs to be addressed. He's gonna have like a 12-minute battle for he has phase completed as well. So close to it. Tensiega does get the second double damage and we see here an ulti coming out from Lycan. He's running mid.
Indeed he is. J-Bud on the way with Emperor to initiate, and Moonsilver even coming in as well. They really desperately want this Necrophos dead. It's going to turn around. The ult does not kill Zealach, unfortunately, but neither does Tensiega die there, though. He's still alive. The rest of his team coming in, Ninja Monkey and Catnip together. Even QED coming down, trying to save his mid laner. Looks like they'll be successful.
He'll have Ice Path in a sec.
Oh, there you go. Plus the root from QED as well. Might have been a little bit of miscommunication there as it's stacked. Unfortunately, not enough for Moonsilver as he does fall anyway. Wow. So that little bit of initiation coming out from Team 2 swings wildly out of their favor and back their way of no cheese. Wow, 6-1 now, 11 minutes in, 3k net worth lead for no cheese. And Mixgill, how are you feeling about this game?
I just Tensiega actually stuffed up slightly there. He didn't place enough. He had a little bit of a panic moment perhaps. Throws the trigger down on the Zeus with the Reaper's Scythe, even though he didn't have that much mana. He just waited a second earlier than we have that Ice Path Drill Breath combo, maybe kill a support. But even with that, he still survives. He's built such an advantage for himself from the lane. They're going for the tier 2 now. So Tensiega very strong here, level 9. Still, when you start having that margin for error in fights where you mess up and you're still living and your team is still winning it, that's when you start to get worried with the enemy team. And Tensiega taking a lot of tower hits. This is a tier 2 at 11 minutes. It's going to deal some good damage.
Possibly. We were talking about the push from
They
Team 2
smoke
before.
in tower range.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Interesting strategy.
All right, but yeah, just speaking of the push is there from Team 2 as well. They do have the Lycan plus the Natures, but speaking of push, it's a Jakiro on the side of Radiant, so they can take towers fairly easily with that attack speed slow. Plus, I mean, the Ursa's damage output at this point is pretty significant, so you can certainly hit those towers.
He doesn't have Ring of Regen, so it's a bit hard for him to push here. He's still level 8 as well, and they're getting hit by
all 2
Nature's
globals coming out. There you go, but not enough to.
This is a hard push.
Too,
it's just so the tower has 2500 HP. You have to remember, and they've got a Zeus. They're playing against Zeus Spend, so it's still really hard. And in that time, they do so much damage to the bottom tier 2, Moon 7 Seal and J-Bud. But here's the punish. They stack stuns like crazy.
Winter's Curse dropping on Moonsilver. Do they have the Quelling Blade? Yes, they do, and that's a dead Nature's Prophet. Meanwhile, action happening mid here. The chase is on. QED will teleport back into this fight, but looks like the entirety of Dire will just walk away, except for J-Bud, actually. He's chasing down Tensiega. He gets the kill. Finally, the Necrophos falls. Ninja Monkey, he drops everything to save himself, but it won't be enough. J-Bud with a double kill there. Well played there, popping the ult, recognizing that he can just chase those 2 down. He's got his Helm of the Dominator creep chasing as well, so feeling pretty strong.
Plus 100 for the Splint Blast there on Catnip. Very well. We'll enjoy that quite a lot. That's ulti used on Lycan, and he's got 80 seconds for the next shapeshifts. Great kill on the Necrophos there. I think they really need that on Team 2. We'll see the push coming in mid yet again.
Yeah, looks like they
600 HP on this tier 2. It is against the Zeus. I would like them to try and get some more vision down and, kind of push all lanes in at once and then collect together, or maybe even go Roshan, which is what they're aiming for now.
Yeah.
It's against the Zeus lineup. They do know that the Thunder God's Wrath is on cooldown. Level 9 on Ursa, which is a little bit early for him, and he also doesn't have Morbid's Mask. I think they're hoping to just, yeah, there you go. So they're going to Cold Embrace strategy to beat this Roshan. See the Fury swipes there, level 4, obviously.
Oh.
Still no Battle Fury on Ursa, but he's trying to fight here. He's going to try and get this Rosh.
There you go, then now aware of this, Black Sheep will finding the vision, but it's a little bit too late as Nope does pick up the Aegis regardless, using his ult just to in case something happened. Meanwhile, the Necrophos ult coming out on the side. Zealach getting very low there, just barely escaping with his life. Caught up in the middle of all that. Tensiega double kill going the way of the Necro. And wow, it's just your cores left. No supports there for Team 2. Moonsilver has to get on out of there, running for his life currently. Making a little bit of space there. They could be taking this opportunity to take the tier 2 tower.
Oh, they're still chasing the Prophet here. He still does not have Battle Fury on Ursa. He's just full fighting without the fighting build. He's gonna... He still doesn't have ulti. He's kind of throwing the Aegis here. This is not good.
Indeed, it might be, but lots of damage coming out regardless. Moonsilver does eventually fall. The big Macropire damage output, putting in work. Mount Emperor, he just has to walk on out of there, half health now. And Nope will do the same. He's got his Battle Fury finished now. 15 minutes into this match. Tensiega, he was here in mid lane. I think there was probably the expectation there to push, but the rest of his team were looking for kills, so not quite able to take that mid tower. Still sitting at 319 health there. And wow.
Yeah, who needs item timings? Just literally dive tier 2 with Aegis on Ursa and just have your, I love the trust that's coming out. He's saying like, he just goes in. He's almost taking tower hits. Prophet is only level 6 right now. He doesn't have the Maelstrom yet. He's only got Javelin and the Orb here. He doesn't do that much damage. He's got the ulti that he's relying on. Zeus is still a little bit scared. Might have a blink coming out. He's feeling like I might get an Ice Path against him. Level 9 on Zeus. And They just placed someone, they have the mechanism up, and now they're death pulling again into the mid lane.
Here you go, they might finally take this mid tier 2 tower. A couple more hits, there you go, Ninja Monkey will take it down. And wow, with that tier 2 done at 60 minutes in, they can take that outpost now, they can have all this map control. And there's not much that Team 2 can do about it unless they keep on split pushing like J-Bud here is doing. Big TP is coming in though, Nope will vacuum up all that money. Feeling very rich right now. That was like a bunch of wolves plus. I thought that was the Helm of the Dominator creep, but it turns out that that's alive. Oh, Tensiego with the wraparound.
Yeah, he has his W up. He's gonna just walk that one off. He might get gone on here. He's got the snowball coming in.
Indeed,
his
his team is behind him though.
He has mechanism.
Oh, he dies too. The Zealous
no.
damage. There you go. That's Tensiego dying there. Emperor getting caught by the Winter's Curse, so they do find something in return. Black Sheep Waterfall as well. Just that damage output from the macro pile, well placed there by Ninja Monkey. Enables.
They're wrapping on this Nature's Prophet so hard.
They are indeed. Nope, he's trying to chase him
nice,
down.
nice
Wow! There you go, Ninja Monkey with the big plays there, securing another kill for Nope. And it's an unstoppable Ursa at this point. Oh my god. Might push high ground? In fact, they're penning it.
Yeah, well, there's no level 2 Roche. They're even are they really choosing high ground over these tier 2 towers against the Zeus? We're about to see. They do have the mechanism up. Do they have the Greaves yet? They're still building. They're not actually finishing Greaves.
Like,
they're going Sandra on Necro. Interesting.
Yeah.
But they've got the blink now on Ursa, so coming back into this fighting build now. Yeah, just an interesting way to play. He also has the Aquila. They're finding out getting all these tier 2s at once because they haven't been farming at all. They've actually just been running it down.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
gone for these fights. But yeah, what an interesting game. I love the aggression coming out. I love the confidence. They're really feeling themselves, I feel, no cheese on this game. Did say it was a grudge match. There's a bit of pride on the line. Maybe some flair coming in from either side. Zealach even building the 4 staff on the mid Zeus as a way of dealing with feeling like he's about to get jumped on.
Okay, looks like a pause is coming out from Emperor. That was kind of sus indeed, yep. Okay, so they just grouped up from mid here. Wow. 18 minutes in, Nick Skill. 7k net worth lead for No Cheese. Looking very strong indeed. If you were...
Yeah, unfortunately, some of the predictions coming in around the drafting stage, some of the things we said, unfortunately, coming true for Team 2. Namely, I think one thing I want to point out is that it's very, very hard to rat here. It feels like he's feeding these plus 100s as well as he's playing on the Lycan for J-Bud. He's just getting hit by the... Sorry, I don't play Underlord. Firestorm. The Firestorm Q's hitting him there. They have the Splinter Blast, they have the Jewel Breath, they have Necrophos Q, and they have Battle Fury. They have all five heroes right now. No Cheese have massive wave clear, so these units, the Zoo's getting eaten up. The animals are going extinct. It's just hard to get anything done on the map. They do have some really good pushes coming in, but Nature's is not pushing that hard. He doesn't have that many items. He's under-leveled as well, level 7 here. Still trying to get that Maelstrom at 18 minutes. He's just struggled really hard on Moon 7 Silver, uncharacteristically. And so we see this Death Bull that's coming out. The Death Bulling even with just the Battle Fury on the Ursa and the first Roche, and with the mechanism backup, with the frontlining that they have, with the heal, the Cold Embrace, level 4 coming in from Winter Wyvern, he's only level 10 as well, and some clutch Ice Paths as well. They're really making it work. They know that they just don't have the damage right now on Team 2 to stand up to this lineup, so they kind of flirted with the high ground there. I think they're thinking better of it. They're just repossessing the Dire Triangle. You're behind on your home insurance payments, and they're just going to go here, push this lane in with the Battle Fury. So what is he building? He's just going straight BKB. Okay, so they're really just trying to end the game here. They're just trying to we're going to get fight ready. We're going to take these fights. We're going to win these fights. We're going to take objectives.
Fair enough indeed. Moon Silver is going to try and push top, but it's not going to achieve much. Meanwhile, down bot, that's the tier 2 to fall, and No Cheese. They're looking for more Emperor. Ooh. There's a blink onto the tusk, but no.
I love this aggression. This is so out of pocket. They do not care.
Indeed.
The tower isn't even down, and he's just blinking onto the high ground there. Okay, Underlord goes top to deal with this. Okay, Treants, good micro there, dodging the Q on using the Treants on Nature's Prophet.
That was
QED
well played.
just right clicking them down. They do get some damage. They almost take it. He's going to TP back on Underlord here.
Smoke coming out for 3 as well. They were hoping that someone would come out and fall for the bait, possibly. Oh, in fact, they did. Black Sheep Wall. He's caught out of position. The Atos plus the Necro stun. And will he fall? Yes, he does. Tensiega with the shard at this point already. By the way, he's the one building the mechanism as well. It looks like Underlord's going for the pipe first, so not the Greaves carrier like we thought. Might turn and get it eventually regardless, but...
Backline, J-Bud thinking of going turns back around. Bit scared of the Wyvern. Unfortunately, doesn't feel like he can really go in, and I think that's mostly because No Cheese here backed off. They kind of reckon that all was coming in, they moved to protect their flank.
It was a fake out there coming back in QED. He's locked down Zealach, but Zealach with a nice jump away. Meanwhile, Emperor not so lucky. He gets bursted down. Big damage coming out though. Looks like most of No Cheese back enough once again, trying to take down this
Buyback
tower.
on Tusk.
Oh indeed, Tusk is back, ready for more action as the fortification comes out. Will No Cheese back on now, or are they still going to man up?
Oh, look at that plus
this?
250. Nope, just shredded that. Just free gold right now, and they're just gonna take these. You know, without the aura from that ancient creep dominated coming in, just gonna try and take these racks. They do have the Zeus, Zealach putting out good damage, but the pipe coming up yet again. 15 seconds for the TP and Underlord. They're gonna get both of these racks surely. They have so much heal. Winter Wyvern on the flank, looking for a curse perhaps. Gets pinged out by Nature's Prophet.
Oh no, that's a dead Black Sheep Ball once again, unfortunate, and Emperor trying his best to get something done on the backline, but gets caught out. That's a dieback on the Tusk, unfortunately. Catnip getting brought pretty low by Zealach, but Zealach not able to find the kill thanks to the level difference, I believe. Meanwhile, Lycan getting caught out on the side here, torn apart by the Ursa's claws. Let's see that now. Yep, that's a godlike double kill now for the Ursa. It's looking like GG. I think I'm going to call it here. 20-5 at this point. 12k net worth lead for No Cheese. I don't see how Team 2 can turn this around.
I mean, Nature's Prophet is level 9. He's just struggled to find some farming. He's struggled to find XP. Just feels so hard for them. They have such a, they have a fairly, not a heaps greedy, but like a fairly greedy lineup, and they're just not getting the farms they wanted. I think that just the lack of respect coming out from No Cheese as well, just marching down these lanes recklessly, just backed up by this mechanism and this aura and this death ball, hitting them with the Na'Vi TI1 strat here, or perhaps even Alliance. They're just gonna run it down. No Cheese are doing it.
Indeed, they are out death balling the death ball Tusk strat. So you'll love to see it here, as that's the second set of racks going to fall soon. In fact, they just turn around trying to kill off Moonslipper once again, and they will be very successful there. Emperor, he only just recently respawned and he's back to the pit of death. Meanwhile, Ninja Monkey does get a little bit of a heal there from the Winter Wyvern. Nope, getting brought low as well. Zealach, the sustained damage output, but a nice Winter's Curse being dropped there from Catnip.
What a curse.
It's cashing out two there. That's Zealach to fall. Black Sheep Ball dies as well.
This is over.
That's it, just the Lycan left, and he can't do anything without his ultimate as well, so... Still bashing on the wall, by the way. Well, yeah, that's the second set of racks to fall. Are they going to opt for the Mega Creeps? Or are they going to go straight for tier 4s? Looks like they're going to go for that tower there, and tier 2 one up in top, so...
Knocking on the door of the Megas here, just like that person who's knocking on Drunk Mo's window in real life, and we're going to get this final tier 2 tower here. Nope. They even got, what is this, Drum of Endurance? I've not seen this item in 7 years. They are just so confident in what they're picking here. Catnip also has Curse up in 30. We have ulti up for Ursa here. Good Nature's Wrath coming in there, or Wrath of Nature, sorry. But trying to build the Rod of Atos very far away. They just haven't had a chance to farm whatsoever. 4-staff used on Zeus. I'm not sure where he used it, but this is death.
Oh, he does manage to escape. Nice swap there. I think that was the Vengeful Spirit swap. No, he wasn't there, was he?
It was the 4-staff. It was the 4-staff.
That was the 4-staff. Alright, alright. Never mind. Nope, he just blinks forward. He's got that BKB still. Has not used it this game yet, so probably eager to do so as they're just hitting these racks down. A little bit of respect coming out. In fact, they're taking the Mega Creeps instead of just pushing those tier 4s, so... Or maybe they're just looking for more kills, as Black Sheep will caught out of position as well with after the swap. And Moonsilver currently hitting his Zeus thanks to the Winter's Curse being dropped, but looks like everyone will survive for now. No Cheese will back off. Well, a short distance so that they'll back off. They're still looking for more Ninja Monkey. Will he get the Ice Path? Potentially not, as they just turn around, get the tier 4 towers, start hitting that down.
Still no GG.
Still
I
no
respect
GG,
from Team
yeah.
2, honestly. Trying to get that 6th kill. Still feeling it. They're playing with them a little bit here on Team 2, perhaps. Unfortunately, Walrus punches the creep.
7 seconds on the swap.
Oh, he's diving.
That was close.
Oh no, he misses. He misses. Oh no, he's getting the stacks coming up on him. It's 39 for Fountain damage stacks.
Yeah,
This is
it's
hard
a very
getting
dead
dead.
Ursa. Okay. That was his first death this game, by the way. So he was having a real good 0 death match until that point where he just got a little bit too greedy. And no cheese. They got to back off. Most of them are... Yeah, Ninja Monkey's pretty low. The heal coming out there. Tensiega to fall. It looks like Team 2 are going to pick up a lot of much needed kills here, although they've just come into the Pit of Malice plus all the Macropire Ice Path damage there. Underlord to fall as well. And looks like Wyvern is the only survivor. He's still looking for more though. Getting that Winter's Curse drop, and that's a dead task. That's just bullying at this point. And the tip coming out from Emperor. Wow. So, Mega Creeps. Zealach is dying to these creeps at the moment, in fact. We'll be able to escape there, but do you think Team 2 can hold against this?
No.
No. Okay, fair enough.
J-Bud sold his boots to have Helm of Overlord, and now he's trying to build the Nullify. He's almost there. I believe it's Nullify, if I'm not crazy. Says go away, but there's a little bit of all chain, there's a little bit of memeing going on at this point. Disconnect.
Okay.
It is from the winning team, so I assume that's accidental. But
there's the pause
yeah,
coming
this
out.
is,
Wow.
here's the pause. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
so
yep. Do you need him? Do you need him? And Seven Silver says, "Is this really needed?"
they will wait for the Wyvern anyway as Ursa goes towards the Roche pit. I was debating whether to pause or not, says Thunderlord. Alright. Still more banning coming out. Never mind. 26 minutes in. This game is looking pretty much done. There's only one tier 4 tower left, unfortunately, but I do have to respect the fact that Team 2 are hanging in there. Still confident that they can turn this around somehow.
Yeah, I think it feels good to get more kills on the board. I think it feels good to end on a happier note, even if it's one good fight and then it's buybacks on Team 2 and they come through and just wipe you and end it. If you just win that one fight, it's good. But we see not messing around at all on no cheese. They take the next Aegis, which has been there for quite a while. They have Shard on Ursa as well. Oh, he already has Shard, so he'll be giving the Roshan Shard to someone else on the team.
Possibly
Maybe
Wyvern, or would be good for Underlord maybe? I don't know. Jakiro already has his. Same with the Necro, so not many options left. For 3-man smoke, sorry, coming out. They're pushing up into this high ground once again. They want to finish this game off with this Aegis. Black Sheep will spot this out. He gets A-tossed. Throws out the stun himself with the shard. And nope, jumping forward. He's got his ult activated already. And that's a very dead task. Caught out after that snowball. It wasn't moving anywhere anytime soon. Meanwhile, nope, taking so much damage, but he's still got that Aegis. He'll be fine. Tensiega picking up a double kill there, thanks to his ult as well. He's actually gone for the Greaves. Yep, there you go. So, that's the Aegis gone and the Fountain. Nope, he's just looking for more kills. He keeps wanting to Fountain dive.
He is
Very dead there, throwing his life away. Zeus just walking around, the buyback coming out as well. Ice Path plus Macropire. A little bit of heal coming out as well. Catnip trying his best to save his support there. In fact, he will, as Zealach gets taken down by his position 1 Nature's Prophet. Meanwhile,
Ursa coming back into the fight.
there he is. Yeah, J-Blood is here as well with his old pot, but he won't be able to get much done. In fact, he's forced away back to his fountain once again. Moon Silver as well, suffering. He's trying his best. He's disarmed though. Oh, that shard from the Necrophos. And yeah, there's the GG finally coming out. Moon Silver to fall. That's a team wipe as the Ancient explodes. What was that perspective that I just got? Okay, that was very weird. Alright, game 2 going the way of No Cheers. Once again, they have taken the series convincingly at this point. That first game, though, was looking a lot more even, but this one just seemed to snowball out of control in No Cheese's favor. Mixed skill. What do you have to say?
I think it's just it kind of exposes the weakness of this Nature's Prophet one. You just need so much farm. You need your treants to stay alive in the lane, and if you want to do cute micro plays, you also need to be able to farm and get that Maelstrom early, so you can just AFK farm cancel. Moving them around. The Tusk really struggled against the root and the counter initiation. You can just see where the snowball's coming from. Catnip played excellently on Splinter Wyvern, managed to land some really good curses. It just felt like Team 2 would just throw everything in there and No Cheese would just catch it, They're just throwing things at the wall, and there's just so much counter initiation. They went the healing strat as well. There was no Vessel on Team 2. Again, they just struggled with the gold and getting items through. Zeus built 4 stuff as his first item, just feeling so threatened even with the jump, and just didn't feel like it was quite the item to win the game with. It just felt like so many 4 staffs and just so many defensive items on Team 2 just didn't have the damage. No Cheese just really, really pushing the ladder here. They just took that Roche advantage of being able to kill it so quickly and having the map control and just beat Team 2 over the head with it. Took those 2 Roshans handily, including the first one being level 9 on Ursa, and they still just took it, just full sending it. And yeah, despite the difficulties that I highlighted with the No Cheese draft, I did feel that they had some possible difficulties early on. I think they rounded out their draft extremely well with the Wyvern later on, and yeah, I think I gave it 65-35, and I think we kind of felt there was a bit of an outdraft in this game. It's just so hard for the Lycan to play. Only ending the match on 2-3 and 2, but yeah, absolutely. Just I think it's an outdraft, it's an outplay. I think it's really good form for No Cheese. Well disciplined, just objective based gaming. A little bit reckless at times, but well backed up with the healing strat and the Underlord TPN, and the heals were so strong.
Indeed. You like to see the Necrophos being picked up and put to good use here. Like you said, it was a pretty dead hero in this meta, so well played by New Cheese to bring it to life in a way and show how strong it can really be. Just going to bring in some people for the interviews. I think I'm going to bring in Jay Blood. He seems to be ready, so I'm going to bring him in now. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's hear it.
Sweet. And welcome, Jay Blood. All right. Thanks for agreeing to this interview. How you going?
Oh, that was a bit rough, but going all right. Yeah, it was some tough games.
Tough games indeed. Looked pretty rough being the Lycan in that match. You were desperate there, selling your boots and finishing off that Helm of the Overlord. So, how did your team keep the mental going though?
Yeah, we said from the start we had to try stuff, especially having a infiltrator on the other team with Senseiga, who took all our strats over. So a few different things. So we kind of took these games as like, let's try some stuff, see how it goes. So that last game we were trying to get together some sort of global strat with the Lycan runs at you, Prophet TPs in and Zeus ult, but we never really got there. They just 5 minutes so quick that the game was done.
Indeed, they did. Just noticing that little name drop. So it was Tensiega that stole the stats and, sorry, the strats. Okay.
Yeah, look, he's laned with me for so long that he just knows exactly how I play and used it against us. But it worked very well for them. Well done.
Indeed, it did. All right, looking forward to more matches between you two as this drama continues to play out. Mixed Skill, what have you got to say?
I just want to ask about game 1. It was such an interesting game. It felt extremely close. Were there any moments where you guys really felt you had it in the bag? Because we just had our hearts in our throats on cast. It was just so extremely, as I said, like repeating myself, it's so close. It's a crazy game.
We certainly felt in it. I'm glad we lost that one though, because now that means Moon can put away the troll, and we know it sucks, and no one can there. But there was a moment in the draft where we're like, we'll just PL, we'll Naga, and we're like, yep, that's good. And he's like, I know they're good, but I'm picking troll. So that's what we but as I said, trying stuff, and yeah, we certainly felt in that first game for a long time. And whenever you've got an Enigma in the team, you're thinking one black hole can turn it. But yeah, there's just they had really good vision that first game. It felt like we had no idea what was going on most of the time, so that just made it very hard.
Indeed.
Yeah, Pharaoh.
All good. Well, thank you, Jay Blood. I appreciate you coming in and helping us conduct this interview. being the interviewee. Pretty necessary part of an interview. So, thank you for joining us and sharing your thoughts on what's going on, and keep us updated and posted in regards to whatever secret drama is going on behind the scenes.
Absolutely, we will do. Thanks so much.
Fantastic. All good.
I'll be out. There you go, catnip. See you guys.
Appreciate
Thanks,
that.
man.
Thanks, J Blood. All right. So I'm going to bring in Catnip. Is he ready? Let's just make sure. But yeah, with that first game, can you explain what was going on there? What made it so close?
I think they just had very good. They had actually very good black holes when they went off, and the threat of the black hole was enough. I think it was just more crowd control on the side of no cheese and the fears as well. I think the Willow played extremely well. There was that 4-man fear we both yelled about at the same time. I think just overall the level of control was just tipped slightly in no cheese's victory, and there were just so many fights on a knife's edge. I think the game truly could have gone either way. There were so many fights where it was just one little micro player, one person getting away on 100 HP and managing to turn it. And that happened with both teams as well, with like Zealach on the Ember at bot lane, staying alive for that early game fight and managing to walk away with the triple kill, or exactly what it was, I can't remember. But
Indeed. Just moving
it was-
Catnip here. He's going to join
Alright.
for a interview with No Cheese. One moment. There we go. Welcome, Catnip. Hello.
Oh, hi guys, how are you guys doing? Hope you enjoyed the series.
Fantastic. It was a very good series to watch. Well done for the victory. How are your team feeling after that?
We're all in high spirits. Like last week's series against Big Farmer, we kind of learned a lot, and we found that we did have a couple of things we needed to work on really badly. So I think today all the guys are kind of happy because we brought it home.
Very cool indeed. Mixed Skill, do you have any questions you want to pass across to the winning team?
Absolutely. I want to talk about this maxing hook versus Pudge mid lane and then going like 5-0 and starting to just blink behind towers and get that super early blink. How much of that was comms? Like, was that a pre-planned strat, or did you tell your team like, guys, I'm really winning this lane here. We can play aggressive on this Pudge, and you just snowballed from there?
So the thing is, I'm actually not really a mid player, so I'm actually more of a position 4 player. So that I usually like to just run at the enemy and kind of create chaos. That's usually like how I like to play. So I wouldn't say I'm the traditional mid laner kind of play style, that people are used to seeing with Pud. So I mean, I guess I just kind of went with it because I had the gold and I was kind of winning the lane against the Ember. So I was like, okay, like let's get a blink and start jumping on top of them. Because we knew that they were playing for the timing with the Enigma blink, and we knew the game's gonna get really hard once that happens. So I just thought maybe if I get a blink, we can just play a lot faster. Really take over their map more, make them.
Indeed, that ended up happening. Hello, Catnip, are you there?
Yeah, I'm back. My internet's been really bad throughout the series. Like I was playing under 200 ping, so.
My condolences. I sort of feel your pain as well. Having some issues myself. So, well, all right. Thanks for coming in and joining in the interview. We'll end it here. And once again, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
congrats,
We hope we can give you a good series again next week, hopefully.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it. All right. I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks,
See you
Catnip.
guys. Yep.
Okay, Mixed Skill. This has been a fun series to watch. Might be ending the stream now. And any closing remarks?
No, not at all. I'm just excited to see both teams. It was a 2-0, but it didn't feel like that at all. I'm excited to see more. Bit of drama going on, bit of perhaps strats being moved across to other teams and secrets being told, but we love a bit of spice like that. Limitations breed creativity. If your limitation is that the other team knows all your strats, then you're forced to create more. I really like Team 2. I really like J Bud's attitude with that. He said we had to try new things.
Indeed.
I'm hoping that's similar to No Cheese's loss last week against Big Farmers, the way that they had to adapt and change up and felt that they needed to change. I hope this is the catalyst for Team 2 to go through a similar type of transformation and come up with some new strategies. And I'm excited for them. They seem to have taken this loss in stride. They're talking about experience gained and new ideas coming out. So I'm excited for both of these teams going forward into the autumn games for sure.
And so am I. Very nicely put. Yeah, it's just that, like you said, the catalyst for change. Just when all your strats are taken, all you can do is make some new ones. So let's keep an eye on Team 2 in the future. Anyway, I'll be ending the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Despite all the scuffed goings on, it's never a Junk Maul stream without some technical issues, sound issues, anything of the sort. But we soldier on regardless. My name's Junk Maul. This is Mixed Skill, and we are finishing this off. Cheers.